Welcome back, everyone. As you could probably tell, I just went through a lot of leveling up. Yeah, it actually didn't take as long as I thought it would, though. But yeah, we're pretty much ready to continue the game. However, there's something that I really need to show off here. If you go to leave and travel over to the western area near these mountains, and you go in the mountainous part of it, you fight some pretty nasty creatures. Creatures you're not supposed to be fighting for a long, long time. I also got a few new nifty abilities. Steel I'm not going to use, but basically, if you use it on an enemy that has MP, you can sometimes get MP off of them. But it's not very successful, and it's pretty pointless. Toll is the last of the elemental beasts that he learns, and it's a pretty powerful one too. Also, it's the last skill he gets that hits all enemies, so keep that in mind. I also got Thunder level 2. Sweet. Yeah, he's just gonna be attacking. Ugh. Hate these things. Ow. Hey, at least he's not using his magic. Toll looks freaking awesome. Eat Thunder level 2, you piece of crap. Okay, that went pretty well, actually. They don't really give you a whole lot of experience if there's only 2 of them. But there are some creatures here that can give you up to 1,500 per fight. But those necromancers you just saw have access to the Void spell, which can potentially kill off your entire crew if used enough. And reviving people is pretty expensive, reviving, in case that didn't get through. So I don't recommend fighting there just for that very reason. However, oh, hello, wyverns. I'm sure you remember those things. Wyverns can poison and do some slight physical damage, but at this point they're pretty worthless. I can easily just walk right through them. See, they're doing like 4 to me. $414 experience. For 2 enemies, that's not so bad. However, let's get back to the task at hand here. Back to Discipline Isle, or the town, so to speak, so that we can finally see what's going on over there. I've explained about it briefly, but basically, you have to go through a trial in order to gain ultimate power. And this trial, depending on what level you're at, can be a bit of a nuisance. I hesitate to call it hard, because it's really not. However, I'm going to do myself a big favor here. That's not really useful in here. I need to use that on someone. Oh, use that domino. Oh, yeah, that works. World map can go to Edward. Ancient tablet, domino. Mage potion is probably going to be the most useful thing. Where's the shop? I need a shop. Here they are. Okay then, let's see what I can buy here. Healing herbs, I suppose. You also might notice I have a ton of cash now. That, to be perfectly honest, will be very useful very soon. Not really. Yeah. Why do so many people care about this? Yeah. If you go inside the temple, wimp. Yep, you have to train here first. That's a hint to solving this area, actually. Well, that won't be me, because I've been through this dungeon 100 times. However, you can only do it one character at a time. And since he's the leader, he's the one that gets chosen for it. Now, this place isn't too terribly big, but you might notice these shapes over here. And yes, there's fights in here too. Yeah, you're better off just running for most of these. They're really not worth the effort. And with my luck, I'm probably going to fail to run on multiple occasions. Anyway, you see these shapes over here? Try to remember those shapes, because they're going to be helpful later. Okay, this one's not so bad. Now, this is very similar to a dungeon in Dragon Quest III, where you had to go through a dungeon entirely by yourself. And that dungeon was a pain. Now, this dungeon, if you're trying to figure it out from here, then you're probably going to lose. What you're supposed to do is go up here and fall down. That leads you to an upper level of the place. You have to get up here in order to solve the rest of the area. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't really have much of anything. Also, he doesn't have Steiner, which means he can't do criticals. However, really, it's not that big of a deal. He does have a lot of LP to fall back on. Okay, never mind. He can't do criticals. Okay. Huh. So he can do normal criticals now. That's interesting. Now there's another upstairs here, which will take you to a new area of the place. From this point on, what you do is you go in this red one, and you follow the panels to the green one. I think. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Now, on the purple one, you have to carefully walk your way to the green one over here. Once you do that, you go... Gotta quickly examine this. Up to right 6, I believe, when you're about right here, and south 2. Examine the chest, and you get the Mystic Blade. What happens when you get the Mystic Blade? That happens. Finn has received enlightenment. Overall, the dungeon isn't really all that bad if you know what you're doing. If not, then it's going to suck for you. They try to throw you off with that second area, but it's really not that bad. Yeah, they kind of get a free pass, which I have no problem with, actually. And since all my people are appropriately leveled up, I'm just gonna do theirs right now. You don't have to, but the rest of the game gets kind of annoying if you don't. Alright. Now, as soon as you do this, all of your companions get different face portraits. Finn looks a bit more heroic, but it's also a bit bland looking. They should put a lot more features onto his face, because here it just looks kind of ridiculous. Annie looks a lot better now. She looks a lot more mature now. Edward looks ridiculous. His battle sprite makes more sense, but his face portrait makes him look like an old granny of sorts, and that is really dumb. And now Taunt looks entirely evil with that face of his. Wow. Domino looks pretty awesome, actually. On top of everything else, you now have access to better weapons and armor. The experience required is halved, and actually, come to think of it, it's more than halved, because I needed like 20,000 to go up a level. Now it's only 6,000, so I only need a third of what you would normally need. So yeah, awesome. If you recall, if a lot of people were waiting for you to get your class changed. Good question, buddy. I guess word hasn't got out yet. Stay the course, buddy. Hey, I passed the test. What do you think of me now? I think I have a certain girl in my party that would not approve of this. I already done it. However, you might notice something. Steiner's no longer with us. Where'd he go? If you leave town, however... What the... looks freaking badass now. Now, this means a couple of things have changed. Steiner will no longer be able to help you do physical attacks during battles. And because of this, it just gets replaced by a typical critical hit or an uppercut move. Overall, it's not that big of a change, but it is worth noting. However, you can fly with Steiner now, which means you can travel without random battles bothering you. Awesome. However, Steiner cannot fly over heavily rugged cliffs, so his movement is somewhat limited. However, we do have access to a couple of new areas now. In addition, we need to go do something. Now, at this point, you can buy a lot of interesting weapons and armor, and I'm going to do that right now. Because I believe Discipline Town had some nifty stuff for sale that we should really look into. I almost had completely forgot about that. Oh yeah. Yeah, item space issue again. Oh, I never sold the demon's leather. Well, gee. Time to get Annie her awesome staff, or cane in this case. Strong leather. Is that it? Aw, seriously? Really? Domino has access to some special gear later on in the game, but I don't know if I can buy it yet. I guess we'll have to find that out. However, Samson to Barbaros Castle. We have a few tasks that we need to do there. Oh crap. What happened here? The whole place is in ruins. Aw, crap. Shoo Tap beat us to the punch. Yeah, all the soldiers in the world won't help them over that battleship. Spirit water? What? That makes a third ancient tablet. However, Yeah, I did notice that. They were pretty scared of that dragon. Wonder why. If you go this path, then you'll find a hidden entrance. If you do so, and then you go downstairs, you'll see Princess Laurel inside a locked room. If you use the bronze key, she mistakes you for an enemy soldier. He didn't want her to die. War Rod. Wind Bandana. Yes. Let's see, I believe that boosted speed. Let's find out. Yes, it does. Oh, yeah. Also, I need to equip him with this. It lowers his speed, but that's a very nice blade. It doesn't lower by much, though. Now we need to go back to the throne room. Just a moment. Hold a minute, guys. Okay, sorry about that. The timing of my audio and my video is a little bit off, so I wanted to fix that. However, Laurel is one of my favorite characters. She's a little bit on the immature side, but she has a good heart and is very close to her father, as you can see there. And to take vengeance, he joins you in the fight against evil. And as you try and leave, she joins you permanently. Now, just to show off what she's like, I'm going to get rid of Annie just for the time being. And I'm going to move her to leave. Laurel is a monk. What monks basically are is they're a combination of Domino's class and Annie's class. She learns wind spells, she learns Holy Light, she learns healing, as well as Heal Rain later, as well as the nifty spell of defense, which will up everyone's defense and agility by a decent amount. However, she doesn't have the best speed in the world, and her equipment options suck for the longest time. So, I doubt I'll be using her. However, it is worth noting that she's a lot better statistically than Annie is. You might notice a problem though. She comes at level 19. So short of using codes, you would have to spend a lot of time getting her to catch up at this point. Which is why I'm not going to use her this time around. Plus, more people want Domino anyway. And I'm not replacing Annie forever. On the other hand, there's still something I need to do. Oops, wrong way. If you go this way, and you go all the way over here, and you go to where this hidden pillar is, and you keep going, press the talk button, and you see a hidden merchant. This is the best merchant in the game. He sells a whole bunch of rare items that do a bunch of things. One of these things is the Resist Jewel. That's the item that will permanently increase your magic resistance, causing enemies to do half damage with their spells. Very useful if you don't mind using exploits. He also sells Angel's Ocarinas for 2,000 each. If you really want to preserve on MP, these can help a lot. However, Mage Potion is technically cheaper than constantly repairing these things, so I'm not going to get them. Also, they only heal 20 HP or VP to each person, making them not that good. There are better options. However, I think we're done in Barbaros. I will be leveling up L'Oreal later on and getting her class changed, but I doubt I'll be using her. Come the end of the game, though, everyone will be at around the same level. And yes, I will be using cheats to actually do so. However, time to get Annie back, because she's technically better at this point. There is a slight Achilles heel too. Yeah. There's a slight Achilles heel to L'Oreal, however. She can learn Heal Rain, but not Heal Rain level 4. They cut her off at a certain point. Not that you need that skill, but it does show that Annie is the better healer of the two. Plus, I think Annie gets more MP as well, which helps. Okay. Between the leveling up I did and what I've already done, I've probably done more than enough for today. Do you sell anything new? Nope. Sure enough, not. Oh wait, there's one more thing I'd like to show off, if it's at all possible. Shouldn't take too long to actually test this out. Whoa. Look how spiffy my new party looks. The hero looks extremely awesome, with a new shield and sword. that really gives them kind of a Capcom hero look almost. Annie looks especially wonderful, having a nice holy dress equipped, and an actual wand that looks like a healer's wand, which is pretty freaking awesome. Edward is wearing a mage's outfit, mage's robe, and it actually fits him pretty well. And I really wish that they would have made his face portrait look a little more like that, but eh. Taunt really doesn't look all that much different. He just has a much fatter body than he used to, as his cape shows that. Domino looks freaking awesome now. He's wearing a captain's uniform. He's wearing a captain's hat. And instead of having a dagger, he has a nifty Shamshir sword. Freaking sweet. The hero also gains the skill Steiner. What does this do? Ah, come on. Steiner, nuke him. Awesome. Yeah, that's kind of overkill. Just a little. However, Steiner does cost 9 MP, and MP isn't the hero's strong suit, so it is a little bit limited. Plus, my hero is my slowest member, so it won't get out there all that often before the enemies do, so I'm still going to be more dependent on my other mages. However, come to the end of the game, Domino is going to be much more useful, since he's going to be a lot faster. Until then, I'm stuck with Taunt and Annie, which isn't all that bad. However, I think that's quite enough for now. No, I'm not. You're strong and all, you're just too weak for me right now. Plus, I really just don't have room for you in the party. I already have my designated healer, and I don't really want to get rid of anyone else. It is kind of depressing, though. There's so many good characters in this game, but they really don't give you enough slots for them all. It'd be kind of nice if they would level up alongside you, but that doesn't happen. However, I will see you guys later.